Every time I wear latex or anything seemingly sexy, I swear, like it's just like cat fur just covers my face. I don't even have cats anymore. So, what is this about? I don't know. It's probably like a nervous tick type of deal. Anyway, it's annoying anytime I wear latex. It's just like, hello, snow angels, and welcome back to Dom Diaries. I'm so glad you came back. If you're new here, remember to subscribe, hit the bell for whenever I drop my mixtape, and go ahead and share this video with everyone you know. I mean, it's a sexy woman in latex on YouTube. Why wouldn't you share this? Anyway, today I am going to be going on basically a little rant about why you're not a fake Dom. I'm pretty sure you do think you are, but you're not. So let's get right into it. I know it's one of those things where it's like, you even see this content. This shit looks so good, doesn't it? Like, oh my God. But you've also seen content. I also have content on this page where it's just like, sis, no. Like, no, it's not it. And I'm not taking it down. The thing about it is a lot of times you have to get to the point of where you want to be. And you cannot do that by idolizing someone else. You have to do the work. And the bad part about all of that is you're going to have to post stuff that you don't like. You have to learn to post to get into the rhythm of what you're trying to do. Because you're not just gonna wake up and bam, become this badass Dom that everyone wants to like lick the ground for. It just doesn't work that way. You have to build your credibility. And I understand like a lot of people don't want to do something that isn't the best quality and the best this and the coolest video ever, but baby girl, do you have acting experience? Do you have a camera crew? Do you have a writer to write these scripts? Like, where are we going to get this from? Tell me. Because if you let me know, I'll go do that. Okay. And I actually have experience in television and creating shows and doing camera work and lighting. Anyway, I have all that experience. And well, yeah, it's still pretty hard. It's very hard to do by yourself. So, you're not a fake Dom. What you're doing is idolizing someone that you see, which is okay, we all do that, but you're not doing the work. You have to put in the practice because that's just not helping you. It's good to follow people that are bigger, to understand what's going on in the industry, to understand like things to say, how to move if that's what you want to be. But at the end of it all, you have to be yourself. You can't be someone else. So even idolizing what they have, you should take that with a grain of salt because you are also not them. Unless, I mean, you're one of those people who can change your personality like that. Hey, more power to you. Do your thing. But you still have to put in the work. So let me be the first to tell you that whatever it is you want to do, you need to do it and you need to do it 100%. I don't care if you think like, oh, no one's gonna like this because I'm not shaking my ass in the camera. You don't have to do that. We don't kink shame. And if you do encounter someone, sub, dom, switch, whoever, hater, that is kink shaming you, tell those bitches to go kick rocks because they're hating from the couch, honey. We don't have time for that, okay? Don't ever let that shit to you. Get, get to you. The one thing that you need to learn to do and get very, very, very good at, and I know I say there's a lot of one things you need to do, but this is in alignment with clearing your mind, with changing your mindset, with building yourself to know that you're the baddest fucking dom that does whatever it is that you do. And it can be anything. It can literally be anything. It can be literally dominating people by wearing jeans, okay? You can do whatever you want. So, what you need to get really, really, really good at is rewriting your story as a dominant. You're not fake, you just don't know how to play your dominant role very well yet because you haven't been practicing. And that's okay. We all got to start somewhere. I mean, some days I wake up and it's just like, oh, not today's the time. Not today. But you know what? We keep on pushing on, or however that saying goes. So, here's the thing. To become, you have to practice your new power. There's no way around it. You can't just be a dom by waking up and saying, give me money. I mean, you can. But if you're doing that and you're feeling like you're a fake dom, you're going to have to start practicing. Now, the way you practice is all up to you, okay? There's no wrong way to do it. So get it out of your mind that you're not doing it right. You are. Get out of your mind that you're fake because you don't have subs blowing up your phone. You do. People are watching you. And secondly, you don't want anyone blowing up your phone anyway. So let's just go ahead and get that off the table. All right, piece of hair. Get this going. Get that out of here. So just because you may have always known that you're dominant does not mean that it's going to come natural to you. I would go and watch Miss ELLE. She's also on YouTube. I'll also link her below. But just because you've always known that you're dominant does not mean that you're going to understand how to project that power onto other people in the correct way, in the way that you want to do it when rubber hits the road. Like when you get into your session, most doms are extremely nervous in their first sessions. It's always like, oh shit, what do I do? What do I say? What if he doesn't like this? All right, let me stop you right there. No one gives a fuck about what he likes as long as you're respecting his boundaries, being ethical, being consensual, and not harming them. We don't want to hurt people, like actually. We don't want to traumatize people. We don't want to physically hurt them in a negative way. As long as you're not doing that, who gives a fuck about what they like? It's not about them. The thing about being a dom and being a woman, women are naturally nurturing, whether they're dominant, whether they're bitches or not, unless they're psychopaths, and there are some out there. If you're a psychopathic woman, more power to you, sis. But most women, especially women who have kids, especially women who take care of their families, especially women who just give most of the time, dominant or not, you are more concerned about the other person than yourself. As you rewrite your story, cut that shit out. Take that little piece, put it in a box. Has anyone ever seen Bad Boys? We're gonna put it in a box with your insecurities. We're gonna put it in a box with whatever a sub wants. We're gonna put it in a box with that tiny little dick that they have, and we're gonna put your mom's titties in there just in case, okay? Gonna get rid of all of it. We're gonna chuck that bitch in the ocean. You have to practice your new power. You've given yourself this power. Now what do you do with it? You practice. And honey, as you practice, you post. It's not going to be pretty, but here's the thing. Doms are human. I know you didn't get the memo, but yes, most dominants are human, and they just have things and emotions and feelings and traumas that they need to work through. And we've all been through things, and sometimes the things that we think about that we've been through, especially if we've been treated in a negative way or talked down to, or any of those things that those things that you think about that are submissive that may have happened to you, you may feel like, oh, if someone ever found this out, they wouldn't think I was an actual dom. That would make me fake. Sweetheart, you're human. Shit happens. There are predatory fucking submissives out here. Like, that's a thing, okay? There are people out here just to scam you. It doesn't make you any less dominant. It's just life. You just have to learn how to discern between those things. You have to learn to put your fucking foot down and say no when it doesn't work for you, because you are no longer in someone else's world. They are in yours. And that's the way you rewrite your story. Every day when you wake up, baby, it's your world. If you don't like what someone is doing in it, at least in your dom world, they gotta go. A thing I see a lot with new doms, and I've done this too, but a thing that I see a lot is like when they get that first tribute, or when they get that first sub reaching out to them and they tell them, okay, you need to tribute to speak. First of all, if they're not tributing you and it's in your bio, make sure it's in your bio. If they've gone into your DMs and they've bypassed your bio and they didn't send you a tribute, do not answer them. If they hit you up and say they want to do all these things and all these things, but they need you to verify who you are, do not answer them. If they say or do anything besides what you have told them to do, do not answer them. And I see that a lot of doms are encountering this when they're getting people in their inboxes and they're like, oh, well, he said this or he said that. What should I do? Baby, they're in your world. And I get it. A lot of people are in this for the money. A lot of people are like, well, if I pass this up, I'm going to miss out. No, you're going to have your time wasted. Okay? You're going to have your time wasted. Anyone that I'll put it to you like this. My very first year doing YouTube, I got a sub off of YouTube that automatically sent me $500. I had no fucking idea what I was doing. Automatically sent me the money before they spoke to me, okay? And sent plenty of money after that and ordered customs. And it just wasn't a fit. But I probably made like $2,000 off of this guy in like 2 months. People that want to see you are not going to waste your time. People that actually want to be a part of your world and your circle are not going to waste your time. So don't think that because you aren't hitting this person right back that you're going to miss out on something. You don't work for these losers. Okay? And while you were sitting here like racking your brain and like stressing yourself out to get back to this fucking time waster, you could have been practicing making clips, things that are going to make you money. You could have been on Night Flirt, Sex Panther, I Want Phone, anything that's going to make you money instantly. When you go to those places, you can make money the same day. Twitter ain't where you make your money, boo. 2 key takeaways. Number 1, fuck what anybody gotta say. Do you. Always. Don't try to be like anyone else. Don't try to emulate anyone else. Whatever it is that you want to do that. And do it fully. Hold your head high, honey. It doesn't matter when you start. It doesn't matter how much time you have to put into it. You can do it, okay? Number 2, stepping into dominance is a practice. You can't become something that you don't feel like you are. You have to practice. You have to practice every single day, okay? Becoming the type of dominant that you want, it's a transformation just like anything else in life. And it takes constant practice. not consistent practice. You need to be consistent in letting people know that you exist, but you must constantly, always, and forever assert your dominance. Now, this might show up in a few different ways, and it's going to evolve over time. But the point is you can't be something that you don't practice. Beyonce, I'm sure, practices every single goddamn day. It's the only reason she's Beyonce. I'm going to keep coming back to that analogy. She didn't wake up B. She had to become it. Just like Bambi and Michelle Obama. Like they they were made to do that job. However, they had to practice. Breaking your mold is a very frightening thing. I get it. I get it. It really is. Because you are about to change everything in your life. You might not even think that it's going to be that way, but you are. Now, if you can compartmentalize, that's great. However, you are still changing something about yourself. And the only way to get to what you want is you have to be uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable until it becomes natural for you. And the thing about like growing your likes and your followers and stuff like that is, sweetheart, you're not Beyonce. Not yet, anyway. So, why would you think that you are going to get 100,000 likes with 16 followers? Also, 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 the thing that someone's not telling you is you don't want to have 100,000 followers and still be putting out the shitty content that you feel like you're putting out. You better get that shit all the way out of your system, all the way out of the way. You better get used to your voice, used to how you move, used to not being shy while you only have 2 followers and are getting 2 likes. Because thing is, you can just delete it later if you really want to. When you built up your confidence, when you've learned how to shoot really good videos and really good pictures, and you know exactly what to say to someone, why would you want 100,000 people seeing that shit right now? Get it out the way. Get confident. Don't worry about how many people are following you right now. Worry about growing your confidence and doing what you're doing and becoming the Dom that you want to become. I'm telling you, that's the real cheat code. Anyway, that's all I have to say for this video. Again, if you really, really, really like this video, even if you don't really like this video, I don't see how you couldn't. Oh, good, my boobs didn't come out. That's great. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you share. Make sure you comment below. Again, share with everybody you know. Send it in an email blast. That would be pretty dope. Also, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you on the next episode of Dom Diaries. Am I going to call them episodes now? Who knows? Who knows? Bye.